feet. Okay, so you'll go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Oh, relax the palms to the lap and take the index and middle fingers to the thumbs. Bring your mind's attention to your breath. We'll begin to root down through the sit bones. Reach up through the crown of the head. Lengthen your spine. Relax the shoulders. Relax your face muscles. You're ready, sweep the palms out to the sides and up to the ceiling. Join the palms together at the top and exhale the hands to the heart center. Bow the head here. Well, then set your intention for today's practice, whether it's one of peace or presence, relief, relaxation. Once your intention is set, we'll release the palms to the lap, find an upright position, and exhale the chin to the chest. You're going to allow the head or gravity to take your head forward. So the heavier your head gets, the more you'll come forward. But again, just allow it to happen. You can use your hands out in front of you for a little support. Just slowly ease into this forward fold. Remember to pull your tummy back just a little bit, pull the ribs in just a little. And from here, we'll push down into the hands, relax the spine as you stack the low back, the mid back, upper back, the neck, and finally the head. We'll take the right hand over to the right side. Now we'll take the right ear to the right shoulder. And let the head be heavy. Ready? I'll take your left arm just out to a T. So I'm going to pause about right at the T. And then turn the palm to face up. And then reach all the way up towards the ceiling when you're ready. Remember, if you want a deeper lateral, bend your elbow back, reach your fingers forward, and you can go deeper into that lateral if you like. Keep the neck long wherever you are. Inhale, return to the center. Exhale, release the hand down. Take the left hand over to the left side, starting with the ear to the shoulder, left ear to the left shoulder. Simply go out to a T, right arm to a T. And turn the palm up towards the ceiling. And then we'll reach all the way up. So again, keep the head, neck relaxed. If you need a deeper lateral, turn your fingers forward, bend your elbow back. And gentle engagement of the core here as well. And exhale, release the hand down. Now take the back of your right hand, actually let's do left hand, back of your left hand either to your left thigh, opening the collarbones just into the right. Inhale, grow a little taller. Continue to look back behind you with your head and neck. If you want to add a little shoulder stretch, go ahead and move the back of your left hand over to your right thigh. And a little deeper stretch there. And we'll inhale right back to the center. Take the back of your right hand to your right thigh. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, looking to your left. Inhale, grow a little taller, and continue to look back behind you. When you're ready, take the back of your hand over to the opposite thigh. Just doing a little extra, getting a little shoulder stretch. And then we'll return to the center when you're ready. Inhale to grow tall. And then we'll walk the hands forward one more time into that forward fold. For the inhale, rise through the head, neck, chest, walk the hands back. We'll then take the right leg out to the right side. The left foot will come in here to the inner thigh. You can always prop your knee if needed. Flex this foot strong. Take the right hand over to the right side as well. Inhale, left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Now, if this is enough of a stretch, you'll stay here. If you need a deeper stretch, you want to pull the tummy in, pull those ribs back, and then keep that engagement as you pull your rib. Imagine you can even grab the bottom of your rib and pull it forward so that you make sure you're lengthening away from the hips, and not just compressing into them, right? So pull that bottom rib out and lengthen long to the right side. And again, some of you may be able to go further and further. This is about as far as I can go on this side. It's a nice stretch for the leg, hips inside, lateral. Here, then rotate the chest open in case you're collapsing forward. So rotate. Imagine pulling the shoulder blade back. Exhale, release the hand down. To the other side, left leg goes out to the left side, right foot to the inner thigh. We'll flex this foot as much as you can. Left hand over to the inside, right hand's going to sweep up to the ceiling. Okay, maybe this might be enough of a stretch, perfectly fine. Take some deep breaths here. To go further, we're going to grab that bottom rib and pull it out. So pull it up long like your leg. And then you can continue into that lateral. And as far as you feel comfortable, as soon as you feel a stretch, probably a good time to to pause and breathe deeply. And then inhale to rotate the chest open. Then exhale to release the hand right back down. Here we'll take the blanket and for the head support. We'll go onto our back next. Once you're on your back, take a few moments to readjust into this position. We'll be doing some core warm-ups and then easing up out of those. So from here, start with our pelvic tilts, where you can use your hands on your hips or just hands on the sides. Use your deep pelvic floor muscles, make sure those are the ones that are activating, not so much your glutes. So again, deep pelvic floor muscles. So here, we're going to lift the pelvic floor, tilting the pelvis. Again, deep core engagement with that. And then we'll relax. And once again, lift and hold, or tilt and hold. Right. And to get that tilt, we gotta lift the pelvic floor muscles, hold, and relax. And again, we tilt and hold, and relax, and tilt and hold, and relax, and tilt and hold, and relax. Let's do about 5 more. Tilt and hold, and relax, tilt and hold, and relax, tilt and hold, and relax. Try to keep those glutes relaxed as well. Deep pelvic floor muscles, relax, and tilt and hold. Core muscles engaged, of course. And relax, and tilt and hold. And relax, tilt and hold, and relax. All right, one more. We'll tilt and hold here. And now with that, let's lift one leg up to a 90-degree angle. All right, and then release. And keep that, you can relax. Now we're gonna tilt and hold, and then lift the left leg up to a 90-degree angle. And relax. And of course, you can relax your pelvis as well. And again, tilt and hold, lift the right leg. And relax, and tilt and hold, left leg. And relax, tilt and hold, right leg. And relax, tilt and hold, left leg. And relax. Now we're going to do tilt and hold and bring both legs up. So again, we're going to make sure that we have a deep core engagement here. Imagine keeping the back of your ribs to the mat. Okay. We're going to bring our big toes together here. We're going to do some taps. So here, tap down with, again, super strong core engagement. Tap your right toes down and then back up. Now left toes down and up. Right toes down and up. And left toes down and up. A few more. Right, center, and left, center. And keep your core strong and center. Left, center, ribs back, center, tummy in, center, and right, center, and left, center. 2 more, center, and left. One last one, right, center, left, and hold. Keep your tummy tight, bring your arms over by your ears. And I'll go ahead and release the feet. Bring your hands to your knees and relax your spine here. So take a few moments, get in a gentle hold. We don't have to squeeze or pull. Just hold around in front for a few moments. We're going to release our feet back to the mat. Do one more pelvic tilt, and we're going to hold that pelvic tilt. So lift, engage the pelvic floor muscles, tilt the pelvis, hold there. Notice your spine is, again, pressed towards the mat. Your ribs are in, your belly's back. We're then going to bring the knees to a 90-degree angle with that hold. So we'll go ahead and do that. Keep that tight engagement. Now this time we're taking our arms out in front of us. A little more coordination for this one. Our right leg is going to extend and our left arm is going to go back. So right leg, left arm, bring it back to the center. Use your core. Now left leg, right arm, back to the center. Right leg, left arm. They extend and you bring it to the center. Left leg, right arm, extend, bring it to the center. Right leg, left arm, and center. Left leg, right arm, and center. Right leg, left arm, and center. Left leg, right arm, extend, and bring it to the center. Right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm. Right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm. We'll do a few more like this and let you go at your own pace. Maybe you're getting used to the movement and you want to go a little quicker, that's fine. Just keep your core engaged. If you're still, thinking about the coordination, just be mindful. It becomes easier with time, more natural with time. Sometimes I end up moving both arms, so if that helps you, you can move both arms. Or if it doesn't help you, then ignore that cue. All right. All right, and last couple here. Right leg, left arm. We're going to do one more on the right leg, one more on the left leg. Once you complete that left leg extension, we'll bring our palms over the knees and relax again. Relax your core, your ribs. Take some deep breaths. All right. So I think, yeah, we've done all the core ones. So let's go ahead and bring our right, we're going to hold here. So remember not to move your shoulders or anything. We want to just let everything happen more naturally. So we'll let both knees come over to the, say, left side. We're going to drop down over to the left. This left arm, left wrist will come to the left leg. Right arm is going to slide back onto your rib cage, elbow to the mat. And take some deep breaths here. We'll go ahead and look down at the knees. So turn your head towards your knees. Now I'll give you some variations here. So say this is very comfortable, you've gotten more used to this one. Maybe you want a little deeper stretch. If that's the case, we're going to invite this arm up overhead. Okay, so the right arm comes up overhead. So you may feel a stretch there. And then another variation is to take this arm out to a T instead. So maybe you need more of a chest opener. So you can go out to a T as another variation. So this one gets like more shoulder, side of the body. This one gets more into the chest. Now from here, we'll bring the hand back onto the rib, or back onto the knees, both hands to the knees. Return to the center here. And then we'll drop or move the knees over to the right side. So moving over to the right. Let that wrist bone, right wrist bone to the right knee. And left elbow comes down back behind you. Hand on the rib cage. Look down at your knees here. And then from here, we can take this arm overhead. So go overhead as one option. If you're feeling a nice stretch, I'd recommend staying here a little longer. You can also take the arm out to a T for a little more stretch into the chest muscles instead. And then we'll bring both palms over the knees when you're ready. Return the knees to the center. And we'll pull the knees in gently towards your chest. And relax the knees. And we'll again pull the knees in gently towards the chest. And relax them. And pull the knees in gently. Relax. One more here, knees in gently. Sorry, we'll release the feet onto the mat. Take the right ankle over the thigh. Or let's say this, maybe it's your left ankle, that's easier. So we're basically doing pigeon on our back with a little twist. Do your easier side first. Okay, so then we'll do ankle over the thigh bone. Remember to align the ankle bone to the thigh bone. We'll bring it down the thigh bone if you need a little deeper stretch. Also bring the heel in closer to you for a deeper stretch also. Then we'll slowly turn over to one side, dropping the knee down. So I'm going to tell. Okay. Yeah, so we'll drop the knee down to the side. Keep that foot crossed over the thigh bone. Take some long, easy breaths. Sometimes this one takes a little longer to relax, so take your time here. Even if we move out of this side into the next, if it's still tight, stay here a little longer. Now from here, we'll bring the knee right back to the center. Again, if it's still very tight and you haven't quite been able to let that part relax a little more, stay there a little longer. We're simply just going to the other side. So you can just catch that a little later if you need to. All right, so we'll take the ankle over the thigh bone here on the other side. We'll pause here for a little while, see how it feels. If everything's very clear, of course, you can slide the foot down the thigh bone, going into a little deeper stretch. And then we'll let the knee come down to the opposite side. Just doing that deeper stretch on the other side. Of course, again, take your time here, no rush to come in or out of it. The next thing we'll do is some hamstring stretches on our back. So again, if you need to stay here a little longer, feel free, and we can just catch that hamstring stretch a little later. At least let some of that initial tightness subside, however long that might take. You'll then return to the center whenever you're ready, no rush, of course. We'll uncross the legs. Bring the knees into the chest for a moment. And release the feet down. Here we'll take the right leg. I'm gonna hug the knee in. Hold it here for a few breaths. And then we're gonna do some dynamic stretching. So instead of holding out our hamstring stretch, we're gonna flex the heel, kick out and up, and then bring it back down, or bring it back down to our chest. Okay, and then we kick up and bring it back down, and kick up and bring it back down. So if it's too hard to straighten it straight up, like mine won't quite go straight there, go more at an angle. So you can go more diagonal for that straight leg. And we'll point here and then flex. Point and flex. It's a little more dynamic stretching. Both are beneficial, the static stretching and the dynamic stretching, just to change things up and try something new. All right, so let's say about 8 to 10. It's probably 9, and then we got 10. And then we'll go ahead and release. Go to the other side. We'll simply hug the shin to the chest. Not squeeze, but just a gentle hold, of course. And then we'll start, when you extend, we flex. So we gotta extend a little more on this side. Flex, 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 flex. Remember, you don't have to go as slow as I'm going. Ideally, you'd probably be going straight, knowing some of your hamstrings. A lot of your hamstrings are very, stretched out and long. So feel free to go straight up. I just have to modify. Okay. If you notice any like rolling or not necessarily popping or cracking, but certain sounds in your back or hips, don't worry. It's just, maybe the body's not used to going in that exact move or moving in and out in that way. All right, and then we'll go ahead and plug it in after the 10th one or so, and then release the foot down. We'll bring both knees into the chest one more time. Great. Now here, some of you will probably feel comfortable rolling up into a boat pose. I can't quite roll up, so I have to use my hands these days until that gets better. All right, then we'll sit up into our boat pose. So of course you can use your hands for support. You can hold your legs for support. This is probably where I'll stay. You can extend your arms. Actually, I can do this one too. Okay, great. So you can take our arms out. And some of you might feel comfortable straightening your legs out. I'm not quite there yet. And then we'll release the feet down. Keep the knees bent, relax your head. Now, the further your knees are, the easier it may be to relax. But here we want to decompress here as well. So again, let the head be heavy. If you're feeling that already, you might want to pause there, or even stack your elbows over your knees. For example, I already feel that all the way down the spine, so I'm just going to stay here. But if you don't feel that and your head's really heavy, let the head be heavy and let yourself go lower and lower onto your legs, okay? With time, you'll get there anyway. Here, the inhale, rise through the head, neck, and chest. We'll bring the soles of the feet together next. And using our cores for support, ribs in, tummies back, lengthen the spine long. We'll then inhale, lift the knees up towards the elbows or triceps, and then exhale to release and press down. Inhale to bring the knees up, exhale to press down. Inhale to bring the knees up, exhale to press down. Inhale to bring the knees up, exhale to press them down. Inhale to lift, exhale. Inhale to lift. One more. Inhale to lift. Yeah, we'll hold here, finding a longer spine once you reach that next point with the legs. So nice and long, and then one more forward fold. We'll be taking, once again, with this long spine, begin to relax the head forward. And again, you might already feel this. I actually do. But otherwise, again, same concept. You let the head relax and be heavy on its own. Down to that forward fold. We'll inhale, rise to an upright position. Bring the knees together, and we'll move on to our spine articulations. So here we'll take a blanket underneath the shins. Palms go underneath the shoulders, hips over the knees. We lengthen the spine long. And let's bring our big toes together as we send our hips back to the heels, ribs to thighs, chest to knees, forearms and forehead to the mat. Pausing here in your child's pose just to make sure everything's pretty relaxed in the back of the body. Then inhale, rise through the head, neck, and chest, push down through the palms, rise to all fours. So again, here, let's a little different way we're gonna do it. Typically we go hips width distance. This time let's bring our big toes together and our knees together. Now let's try articulations that way, okay? So when you're ready, exhale, let's go back to the heels, ribs to thighs, chest to knees, forearms and forward to the mat. Inhale to again rise through the head, neck, chest. And then exhale, hips to heels, ribs to thighs, chest to knees, forearms and forehead to the mat. And inhale to rise. And exhale, hips go back and down. Inhale to raise. Do just a couple more and then move into some core work. And last one here. And then inhale. So here, our sunbird is basically just like what we tried, the new core exercise we did today, where we did right leg out, left arm straight. So right leg, left arm. So it's just like this, except we're on our backs, right? In that first one. And this time we're on all fours. So now it's to the other side. Left leg, right arm. Good. And then right leg, left arm. Tummy tight, ribs in. And then left leg, right arm. And then opposite side. Right leg, left arm. And then left leg, right arm. Right leg, left arm. Tummy tight. Left leg, right arm. Or, yes. And then right leg, left arm. And last one, left leg, right arm. And then release all the way down. Here, we'll then curl the toes under and press into your down dog. As an alternative, you can stretch your feet. I'm going to stretch my feet instead. And take just a little bit of a squat. All right, so in your down dog, let's work on the feet a little bit there. You'll lift the heels nice and high, lift the inner edges of your feet, and then exhale to bring the outer edges of your feet down and drop down through your heels, okay? And then again, inhale to lift up the heels nice and high, exhale to press down through the outer edges and down through the heels, and then inhale to lift, exhale, press down through the outer edges, down through the heels, keep that inner edge lift, now lift the heels nice and high, exhale to press out and down through the heels, inhale to lift, exhale to press through the outer edges, down through the heels, inhale to lift, exhale, circling around, down. Ready? Here, we'll then either walk the hands back or walk the feet forward, either is perfectly fine, and we'll rise to an upward position. Just this one. Okay, from here, let's take the toes together. So bring the toes together and then knees together if you can. It's okay if the knees don't quite touch. Bend the knees just a little bit, bring the toes together, knees together. Heels will be a little bit separate, so they're not quite together. Okay, we're gonna pause there, roll our shoulders back and down, turn the palms forward here. Let's take some long, easy breaths. Notice if your weight is shifting or if you're like planted in both feet evenly. Just take time to observe whatever may be going on here. Maybe you feel very rooted through both feet. Maybe your body's adjusting. Trying to figure out where to put your weight. Now from here, moving straight into a balance pose. So what we'll be doing is pulling our bellies in, our ribs in, but relaxing your spine, trying not to grip in the spine. And then lifting the right knee up. We're simply holding here. And then when we plant the foot back down, try to plant it right where it started. So like big toes aligned. And you can look down and make sure it landed there. So try to do it without looking. Try to just feel it. Even if you have to inch your foot a little bit once you get to the bottom. All right, so the other side, left knee comes up. Lift and hold using your core, of course. And then we'll just plant the foot down. All right, even if you have to readjust. All right, we'll do the other side. Right knee comes up, hold. And big toe comes down, try to line those big toes, just feel it. Try to feel your big toes together, look down, make sure they landed, okay, good. Then we'll do the other side. The other thing to note here with these is when we bring our foot up, I'll try to show you, bring the foot down. When we bring our foot up is that, and maybe practice these in a mirror, that would be good. So when we bring our foot up, sometimes the foot will be out like that or in. See that your foot is neutral in line with the rest of your shin, okay? So try to do that. You can also kind of feel it, you know, the inner edge just lifted just a little bit. That'll kind of help help you with an internal cue. And I'll release down. Readjust the feet as needed. Let's do the other side. So for example, if I don't think about this foot just kind of does it. I don't know, sometimes it just, now I'm thinking about it. So it kind of points out a little bit. So I have to just lift through the inner edge to make sure it's in line. So anyway, that's something to practice in front of a mirror. You know. And you don't have to do a whole lot of these. It's just a good practice for your core, for your balance, for your ankles, for leg strengthening. So anyway, all right, so here we'll go into a wide stance next. All right, so toes forward, outer edges of the feet parallel to the outer edges of the mat. And then we'll simply glide down the legs into a forward fold. Relax the head, neck and chest here. So here, we're going to think about this being a dynamic movement as well. And we're going to warm up with about, let's say 8, and then extend out into our full twist. So imagine there's this move where you call rows, right? Where you row up. That's for your back. So I want you to think about this being a row, like a row up at the chest. So imagine you have like a weight or something and you're bringing that weight up to your chest, pulling the elbow open and the back down. We're more twisting rather, but it does involve, again, engaging your back muscles and moving back down. So let's do about 6 to 8 of those. Ready? Lifting up 1. Maybe you did 2 with me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do one more. And 8. Now in this one, let's hold, and then we'll let the arm go out to a T if available. If your chest is still rotated forward or this isn't comfortable, then just keep the fist to your shoulder. Otherwise, the palm is facing the same way you are, and your spine is long, and our tummies are in, our ribs are back. And we'll exhale, close the chest. Okay, we'll do the other side next. I don't know if I'll be able to do this one so good. We'll try. All right, so let's do about 6 to 8 of these on this side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's hold this one here. Now, if you're able, you might be able to extend your arm out, palm facing the same way you are. Otherwise, just bring the palm to your shoulder, and that's fine too. Go, then exhale, close the chest. You're going to bring the heels in, toes out, and move into a squat. You might have to heel to the feet in a bit to get into a comfortable squat. So, do that. Turn on the light here. That would be good. It's a little overcast out. All right. So into our squat, we'll hold here. Now, another thing we can do here is if your heels are flat, which I'm pretty sure most of your heels are down, you can lift and lower. Now, if you need the hands for a little support to practice that, perfectly fine. And lift and try to come right back down to the heels. We'll do maybe 4 to 6 of those, not a whole lot. You lift and bring them down. Just to, again, keep strengthening the ankles, keep strengthening the feet. 2, 3, 4. One more. Good. All right. From here, we'll come right back up. Okay, that's better. Yeah, that's better. Okay, great. Now from there, let's go into our warrior. You know what? We're gonna do warrior one on our blankets. So we'll practice lowering down. We will step the right foot forward, out in front. You know, before we go there, let's also do a hamstring stretch. So we send the spine long. And this is about as far as I can go on this side, so feel free to continue going forward into your forward fold. Remember to keep your hips stable in this one, so keep them squared. Keep the spine long until you relax, like all the way down. At that point, you can use your hands for support, relax your spine in between. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to bend both knees and come very, very gently down onto our shin. Uncurl the toes here. Lengthen the spine long. You can widen your stance. We're going to get into those hip flexors. So you should be feeling your left hip flexors open up here. Hands maybe at the hips. Lengthen the spine. If you'd like to take your left hand up, do so. And we're going to come down into pigeon after this. So feel free to take your other hand up if you want that little extra stretch. And your shoulders relaxed, lots of space in the neck. Bring the hands all the way down. And then bringing the shin out in front of you. You can bring it maybe onto the blanket and then slide the other foot all the way back into pigeon. Now, I have to stay a little higher on this side, so I'm going to stay right here. You can stay here too, or lower to your forearms, lower to your fist, maybe to the mat. You can relax the spine on your way down. Now stay here as long as you might need to. If things are very tight, spend a little time here. The next pose will be down dog. So again, you can stay here as long as you want. Maybe you're ready for a down dog. You're welcome to move into that one instead. If you need an alternative that's not down dog, you can do all fours instead. You will then either walk the hands back or the feet forward and rise to an upright position. And then we'll step the left toes forward to the left side of the mat. Right toes turn out slightly. We're going to start with our hamstring stretch here. So sending your tailbone back. Again, I'm only going to go so far on these. So you're welcome to go down to your blocks or mat as you take that forward fold. Now to relax your spine in between your strong limbs. I'm going to try to keep your hips squared as you take that forward fold. And then we'll bend both knees to very gently come down onto the right shin. Or rise, shoulders over hips. Maybe lengthen your lunge if you'd like. It's enough to get the hip flexors stretching and opening. So you can stay here for as long as you need to. If you're ready for a little, to add the right arm, you can add the right arm. Shoulder relaxed. You can add the other arm if you'd like. And then we'll relax the hands. Let's see. Yes, bring the hands down. We're going into pigeon. Left shin comes out in front of us. We slide the right foot back all the way. And then go as far as you feel comfortable. You can stay up on your palms if that's where you need to be. You can lower to your forearms or continue forward. Then inhale, rise to an upward position. We are actually just going to drop down onto one hip and bend. So you can see this foot. So we're just going to drop to this left hip. Our legs are a little bit of a zigzag, right? So one's bent here, the other one's bent here. And we're going to turn to face our knee here. Okay, so just getting a little deeper into the hips, low back area. And again, you can stay right here, or as you feel more comfortable, you go lower and lower, maybe to your forearms, maybe down to the mat, stack your fists, rest your head. And then we'll rise when you're ready. And then bring the knees right back to the center, or not quite to this, like up and then tilt into the other side. So this knee is now bent, out in front, and the knee is the other way. So again, if you were just here, you just tilt them over. We're facing our right side once again. Pause with an upright spine. You can stay here or again lower to your forearms, maybe stack your fists and rest your head. Here, then inhale, rise to an upright position whenever you're ready. Here we'll lay back on our mats with a little head support. We're going to climb all the way down. Bring our knees into the chest with a strong core. Relax here. When you're ready, you can take your legs up on some sort of support if you want to do a little bit of an incline and a little extra release for your low back. So you can use, again, a ball, a sofa, a bed, anything for that little extra support. Wherever you are, or you can just lay your legs straight out. Wherever you are, let's bring our toes, big toes together. Ideally, the knees together. And again, sometimes it's a little hard to relax with that, but you will. Just give it a little time. And the hands can lay on our tummies or just up to our sides with the shoulders down. Close the eyes and just let your body take in all you just did. And you'll bring the knees in. Once again, take your knees like down, just let them kind of drop down. And then with a very relaxed spine, we'll press into the mat and rise to an upright position. And find a comfortable seat, letting this head be the last thing to come up. Relax the hands to the lap again, index fingers to the thumbs. And you'll scoop the palms out to the sides, up to the ceiling. Join the palms together at the top, exhale the hands to the heart center. We'll bow the head here. Take time to acknowledge your well-being. Acknowledge your wellness and vitality. and your commitment to nourishing your mind, body, and energy. Zira, thank you very much for choosing to be here this morning and practicing with me. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you.